today we're going to talk about part B, which is a witness's story. Oh my gosh, are you okay? What happened?
I can't find my wallet.
Did someone steal it? Where were you?
I was on the MRT and some guy bumped into me. And he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "Oh, no problem." And I just kept going, but he must have stolen my wallet.
Which station were you at?
I was at Taipei Main Station.
There must have been someone who witnessed the crime. Did anybody see it?
There's a lot of people around, so maybe.
Oh, witnesses.
Maybe I could check the camera.
That's good.
And then maybe we can find out. But can the camera be a witness?
I think so, yeah.
Because it sees everything.
Yeah.
Well, I better get going and go find my wallet.
Okay, but first we have to finish reading this story because this story is about somebody who was a witness.
Okay.
And then you can look for it later.
Okay.
Okay.
No one really stole my wallet. It's just a lie.
What?
Yeah, I tricked you.
Let's look at the story right now.
Okay.
Joan is telling her story to a police officer.
What happened before you called about the fire?
I was taking a nap when I smelled smoke. I quickly checked my apartment, but it was fine.
So in today's story, there's this girl whose name is Joan.
Okay.
And Joan is telling her story to a police officer.
Okay.
There was a crime.
So can I be the police officer?
Sure.
Okay, then you can be Joan.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first, what's a police officer?
Oh, the police officer is the person that catches the bad guys.
Oh, yeah, 警察.
Yeah.
Right.
So the police officer can be a man or a woman. So we just use police officer. But you can say policeman or policewoman.
Well, what's a witness then?
The person who sees
Something usually bad, right?
the crime.
A crime?
Yeah.
Or just something bad, like if there's a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's not a crime, but you saw it. So usually it has to be something bad, right?
Yeah, or something serious.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
so,
you can be the police officer.
all right. What happened before you called about the fire?
Ooh, so Joan witnessed a
She
fire.
witnessed a fire. So she was a witness to a fire.
I was taking a nap when I smelled smoke. Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that would be
Sounds
so
like the
scary.
house is burning down.
Sometimes that happens to me, like I'll smell smoke in my apartment because I think in Taiwan people love to burn stuff.
Oh yeah, incense or something.
All the time, they're always burning things. Burning
Yeah.
paper, burning food,
Yeah.
just burning stuff.
But in America, it would be dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
I quickly checked my apartment, but it was fine. So, she smelled smoke.
Right. So smoke is something that comes from usually a fire.
Yeah, something's burning.
Something's burning. Yen, right? So it's kind of like the thing that comes from a fire.
Yeah. And then she very quickly checked the apartment. And we see it's quick with an ly, which makes this an adjective.
An adverb.
Adverb, that's right.
So ly, if you add ly, most of the time you can just add ly to an adjective and make it into an adverb.
Yeah, so
Right.
quickly or slowly.
Yeah, so if you're quick, 就讲快,
Yeah.
right? So if you quickly call
apartment.
the police or
Yeah.
quickly get to work, that means you do it very fast, right?
Yes.
Another word. For
Yes.
Quick.
And she checked her apartment, but it was fine. So in America, a lot of people live in houses.
Right.
In Taiwan, a lot of people live in apartments. Apartments have many floors and sometimes there's an elevator. And there are probably maybe 2 or 3 different houses on each floor.
Yes.
So an apartment is, you know what that is in Chinese?
Like a 大楼 ma, or like,
Kind of.
or, what's the Chinese word?
公寓.
Oh, but that's a kind of apartment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. In Chinese, they have 2 different kinds.
Yeah.
Like you think of 大楼 as kind of like more,
Building.
has an elevator.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then 公寓 is walk up.
Right, you have to walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, so I live in 大楼.
With an elevator.
Yeah.
Me too.
电梯大楼.
Me too.
Well, you do too?
Yeah.
But it's really dangerous if you live in a very high apartment if there's a fire.
It's very hard to escape.
Yeah, that's the scary thing in Taiwan is that you live with so many people close to you. So if there is a fire, it's probably really going to affect you. But in America, you live in a house. Just that house will catch on fire. It's easy to, it won't spread.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
This sounds so dangerous. Let's take a break first and then we'll find out more about Joan's story.
Okay.
That's smart of you. What happened next?
Then I heard something fall in the apartment next door. It was a big crash.
That sounds bad. So what did you do after that?
I ran next door, and when I knocked on the door, it felt really hot.
That's not a good sign.
I know, so I called 911 right away.
Okay, so she checked her apartment because she smelled smoke.
That's good. That's smart.
Yeah, that is pretty smart. Actually, that's what the officer says. He says, that's smart of you. What happened next?
Oh.
So yeah, if you smell smoke, you should probably check to make sure that there is not a fire. So that's a big problem for me, is that I'm always afraid there's a fire when I'm in my house and I smell smoke. But then later I find out, no, it was just somebody burning some like ghost money or
Oh, yeah.
something. So I think if there is a real fire, I'm not even going to notice, and I'm just going to, it's probably somebody just burning paper, and I'll keep watching television, and then I'll die.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
That's scary, right?
That's scary.
Okay, I won't.
Joan was smart. So she says, then I heard something fall, boom, in the apartment next door. It was a big crash.
Okay, so she was smart. So it sounds like she's doing the smart thing. She's really paying attention.
Yeah.
That's how told me.
Yeah. She's using her brain.
Yeah.
That's what it means to be smart.
To be smart. Well, I think some people who are dumb use their brain, but they don't use it very well, or their brain doesn't work very well, or they haven't learned enough.
What's the opposite of a smart?
Stupid. Or
Which is mean to say something like that to
or
somebody.
dumb.
Yeah. Don't call people stupid.
never. Yeah, that's not a nice. You can talk about somebody behind their back and say they're stupid. Don't do that. No. Okay. I'm not a very nice person. Do you think I'm smart?
Yeah.
Sometimes we will say that smart can be good or bad, right? I think sometimes when people are too smart, they can get into trouble.
Ooh, that means they might say something that the other person doesn't want to talk about or doesn't want to hear. Sometimes it's kids who say something about their parents and then they say that, oh, you're just being smart. So the parents would be
Yes.
like, you're saying something that I don't want to hear.
Actually, my mom used to always call me a smart
Smartass.
ass. Yes. So ass means like butt, right? But an ass can mean a donkey.
Yeah.
That's a name for a donkey. So you call somebody a smart ass, it means that they think they're being smart, but you think they're being annoying.
Yeah, you don't like what they're saying.
So my mom thought I was annoying quite often when I was a kid. I agree. I was smart, but I was a smart ass. Okay, and we have another word, crash.
Boom.
Yeah, you even made the sound effect. Boom.
Yeah.
So a crash means when something falls
Yeah.
or it runs into something else, it makes a noise.
Boom.
And we can also, a crash is just, that's the thing that happens. So if we have two cars, boom.
There was a crash.
Yeah, there was a crash.
So
And we
that's
have the
a big
verb.
sound.
The verb is also crash, to
Yeah.
crash, right?
Okay, so boom. That sounds bad.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of boom. It's scary. Okay, so he says, that sounds bad. So, what did you do after that?
I ran next door, and when I knocked on the door, it felt really hot. That means the fire was coming from inside.
Ooh, that is so scary.
Oh no, I wonder if the person was dead. Because if he didn't know there was a fire inside his house and no one ran out of the house, did he die already?
It's possible. I really hope not.
Maybe he passed out.
Oh, because sometimes that's usually how people die from a fire. It's not that the fire killed them. It's because they breathe in the smoke and then they pass out.
They pass out or they faint.
They can't breathe anymore and then they die. And
Oh
then
my
they
goodness.
burn. Ooh, fires are so scary.
Yeah, they're dangerous and scary.
So she knocked on the door.
Ko.
Ko. Is that the sound for knock in
Ko.
Chinese? Whoa, what in English is it?
Knock knock.
Knock. Yeah.
It's
so
boring.
These are words that come from the sound that
But
they
it's
make.
actually
Knock.
right? Yeah.
Wow, that's a very good knock sound effect.
Ko.
I like it.
So actually, in English, there's a kind of joke called knock knock joke.
Oh, yeah, I like those.
So you say knock knock,
Who's there?
orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you're glad it's not raining today.
The problem with these kind of jokes is that they're pretty 很冷.
对,
Lots
like
of knock
冷
knock
笑
jokes.
话.
Okay, so knock here is a 敲门, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the officer says, because it's hot, he says, that's not a good sign.
Ooh, so here we have a vocabulary word sign. So a sign is something that tells you. For example, if you smell smoke, it's a sign of a fire. If you see dark clouds, it's a sign of rain. If you look at Shane's face and he's not smiling, it might be a sign that he's angry.
Wow, you really explained that really good. I need to finish my line there. Okay, so I said, that's not good. That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you said,
I know, so I called 911 right away. Have you ever called the police in Taiwan?
好险没有.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, luckily I've never had anything or witnessed anything that was bad in Taiwan.
Yeah, and I hope none of you ever have to call the police either.
Hope everybody, you need to stay safe, be careful, but if you do see something happen, you know you need to call for help.
Yes. We'll see you soon.
Okay,
Bye.
take care.
Joan is telling her story to a police officer.
What happened before you called about the fire?
I was taking a nap when I smelled smoke. I quickly checked my apartment, but it was fine.
That's smart of you. What happened next?
Then I heard something fall in the apartment next door. It was a big crash.
That sounds bad. So what did you do after that?
I ran next door, and when I knocked on the door, it felt really hot.
That's not a good sign.
I know, so I called 911 right away.
大家好，我是 Stephanie。那我们今天一起来看单字。第一个单字呢是 story 名词，它在这边不是故事的意思哦，是事情的经过。We don't know the full details of the story yet。我们还不知道事情经过的细节。第二个呢是 smoke 名词，烟。The cigarette smoke made me cough。香烟的烟让我咳嗽。那第三个呢是 apartment 名词，公寓。Nancy is looking for a new apartment. Nancy 正在寻找新的公寓。最后一个单字呢是名词 sign 迹象征兆。I didn't see any signs of trouble. 我完全没有发现问题的征兆。那我们今天的文法重点呢，第一个是 take a nap 小睡片刻。I wish I were a cat so that I could take a nap whenever I want to. 我希望我是一只猫，这样我就可以随时小睡。Nap 是名词，小睡或者是打盹的意思。前面搭配的动词呢，你除了可以是 take， 也可以是 have， 也就是 have a nap。第二个重点呢是 next door， 隔壁。A couple moved in next door. 隔壁刚搬来一对情侣。Next 在这里呢就是紧邻的意思哦。最后一个重点呢是 right away， 立刻马上。When the alarm went off, the soldiers got up right away. 闹钟一响，士兵就立刻起床了。这个片语呢，它是副词片语。那从我们刚刚的例句里面，我们就可以知道它比较多是放在句子的尾端哦。那以上就是今天的讲解，下次再见。
Hi, I'm Kim.
And I'm Oliver.
We're going to play a game called Word Drop where we have words on these cards that we haven't seen before. We need to work them into a conversation as casually as we can. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Who's going first?
You want me to begin?
All right, you go.
All right, so sometimes you might go to bed a little bit late. You wake up early in the morning and you feel tired for the rest of the day. What do? Well, one strategy is take a nap in the afternoon.
That's some good advice. I like that. I don't really take naps anymore because there was this one time that I was taking a nap in the afternoon, as you suggest. And all of a sudden, I just started like smelling this weird smell. And it turns out that my neighbor had left something outside and it was on fire. So I was smelling smoke.
Wow. So, I would say that is something that you should not let discourage you in terms of taking naps, even though you just had a kind of a traumatic experience. When I guess it's in the neighboring apartment and it was burning. Is that how it happened?
Yeah, so it was late afternoon, the sun was setting, and yeah, that's just what happened. But anyway, I always made sure that in the future when I moved to a new place, that I was very, very careful about where I moved and whether it was on the first floor, the third floor, whatever. But I always made sure that I had good next door neighbors.
Wow.
Who don't light things on fire while I'm trying to sleep.
That is always a bonus. It's pretty interesting because, sometimes you hear about crazy things like this, and you often will hear about people's neighbors doing all sorts of crazy things. But I'll be honest with you, when you told me that story, I didn't believe you. But from looking into your eyes and hearing the rest, I know that it's true.
Well, I'm glad you believe me. And if you like to take naps, then maybe, this is something that's speaking to you on a level because you like to take naps. You're a person who likes to take naps. So you can take this as a sign to take your naps safely in the future.
There's nothing more important than safe napping. We like to have fun, but we like safe fun the most of all.
Play hard and nap hard.
See you next time.